December of 2020, I get a phone call from one of the board members of Intel. And the board member says, would you consider going on the board of Intel? Now at the time, I'm CEO of VMware, and Michael Dell was my board chairman. So I said, hey Michael, what do you think? And Michael said, Intel needs help. Why don't you go help them? So I interviewed for the month of December to go on the board of directors of Intel. Now, Linda, she was a little bit wary of what was going on. And then December 23rd, I meet with two board members, and they say, would you consider being the CEO of Intel? It ruined my Christmas. Because all of a sudden, that flood of emotion from having my vision, my dream for over 30 years to be the CEO, and do I want to go back to take that role? You can just imagine all of that, the death of a vision, and now the opportunity to come back and be the CEO of this great iconic company. So Linda and I wrestled for it for 3 months, and then in January, right, we make the decision to go back and be the CEO for Intel. And we said, it's a noble vision, because we said 3 things that we were coming back to do. One was rebuild the iconic Intel, right? The company that founded Silicon Valley, and rebuilding that company. But second, we also said this company plays a vital role in the technology industry and being that company to create and drive technologies. How many of you have ever used USB? Okay, I helped create it. Okay, how many of you have ever used Wi-Fi? Okay, I helped create it. Right? When my granddaughter Alice plugs a USB stick into the computer, she says, "Thank you, Papa." But that vital role. But even more important, it was about rebuilding and rebalancing the manufacturing and supply chains of the world. How much of your life is going digital? Yeah, every aspect of human existence is going digital, and everything digital needs semiconductors. Everything runs on semiconductors. In 1990, 80% of semiconductors were built in US and Europe. Today, 80% of semiconductors are built in Asia. And we're committed to restore the supply chains of the world. A noble vision that we are on. Now, with that, I call it noble guidance. And this would be the prayer that any of you who are leaders, who aspire to be leaders, this is my 5-part prayer for you. And what I have prayed every day since I have taken on the job as the CEO of Intel, that I would do these 5 things, that every day the wisdom